There we go. Till, you've been visiting Myanmar a lot
Yeah, I'm working with among the Buddhists and enemies serving the Lord there in Myanmar.
because you're a Christian.
Yes, I believe in Jesus and then forgiveness and actually I was not a Christian and I come from the enemies and my father was a high priest and my dad trained me to become an ex-priest in our the worship of these animisms. But God changed my life and I come to know Jesus is the true God and that made me to share the gospel to the people in the hill tribes.
So, because you're a follower of Jesus, you want others to know about him,
Yeah,
and
definitely because that the final destinies of every human being is that the Jesus say in John chapter 14 say that Jesus is the only way to heaven. Then something I get good things or treasure, the diamonds which I have, I want to share to others.
Mhm. But that's got you into some trouble.
Yeah, I was when I was in the Burma and sharing the gospel, and during this time that the military government was very strong, and while I was preaching among the Buddhist village, and the army came and they hit me with a rifle butt, and I was flat down. They kicked my stomachs and they punched on my face, and all my teeth were loose, and so
And this was because you were causing trouble in the village, or you
well,
were.
I didn't cause any trouble because people were willing to listen and they welcomed me and they were so happy because they say that we've been seeking for the truth and this is the truth. That's what they told us.
So they were happy that you were there, but the military wasn't.
Yes, they were happy and many of them come to know Jesus Christ and so the military as the army has burned my Bible and they torn my Bibles and they have begged for that and they put me in the prison 3 by 7 feet. There were 10 of us for 5 days without food and without water.
Tell us about that.
Well, it is not very pleasant to tell all the time this one because it gripped my heart and it's a pain which I have gone through.
Hmm.
When I was in the prisons that we are 3 feet by 7 feet, 10 of us, and then no food, no water, no
Hmm.
place to sit.
Hmm.
But during this time that what I discovered, I found that the man who was with me was also beaten and put in the prison. Um, his eyes was full of swellings and they put with the chili powders and with the broomstick they have beaten and he could not see, he would become blind. So I went and removed my shirt and closer with him and take out all my banners and torn it and clean up his eyes and I pray in the name of Jesus and become friend and every day I share about how Jesus is good to us and on the fourth day he accepts Jesus in the prisons and
Hmm.
one of the tough things is that in the 3 by 7 feet cell and 10 of us everyone is doing their number one number two and
Yeah.
stinkings for 5 days
Yeah.
and we struggle a lot
Yeah.
but on the fifth day they release us on the sixth day then they put us by 12 by 8 15 feet around 20 of us and they give us a food and water to drink and when I take the food the rice they gave in I said Lord thank you for this food and when I pray and I just take the food and my finger was cut
Wow.
and the rice cut my fingers when I touched like this and I saw it was a lot of the pieces of glass
Hmm.
and so when I just keep my plate and the God said that if you don't eat we'll shut it so I give thanks to God and I say Lord help me to eat this food
Hmm.
with a piece of glass and I ate and that I've been living for many years now as God is faithful and indeed that my faith increased because that God even can digest a piece of glass in my
Hmm.
stomach.
Thanks, Till.